Alright, we're going to talk today about biases in sampling. And the first one we're going to do is something called undercoverage. Undercoverage means that they are in the population but have no chance of being picked. So let's say we were going to survey all adults, and we wanted to ask them a question, anything that we want to know about how we think the country is doing. And so we're going to do a phone survey where we dial up random phone numbers that are United States phone numbers and ask how the country is doing. The undercoverage comes from the fact that some people are homeless and they can't afford a phone. And so they are in the population because they're American and they're adults, but they do not have a chance of getting picked because they do not have a phone. Another type of bias is the non-response bias, which are people who don't want to answer the questions. So you do the phone survey again, and so you call and someone says hi, and you immediately, hi, can we do a survey? And the first thing that happens is they hang up. So they did not answer your questions, so they hung up, and so that means that anyone who hung up just by the fact that you did a survey, or let's say they said that they were doing a survey on the election and they hung up, that is non-response. So people who could be picked would decide they'd rather not take the survey. Okay, there's response bias. There's two types of response bias. The first one is people lie. So let's say that we ask an adult, did you vote in the last election? And they may be ashamed and want to say, yes, they voted, because everyone wants to claim that they voted, but really did not. The second type of response bias is those who misremember. So, if the question is, did you have a physical in the last year, someone may say yes because they think it's true, but really it may have been 14 months or something, and they just didn't take the time to figure out whether it was true or not true, and so that would be considered a type of response bias. There also could be bias in the question. So if I ask, do you believe, like I do, that babies shouldn't fly on airplanes? Now, based on the fact that I added in the like I do, I'm trying to get you to answer this question yes. So I'm trying to lead you to the yes answer, even if, to be honest, you think that it's okay that babies fly on planes. Another one could be if the question is worded oddly. So if I ask the question, do you believe or don't believe that the CSP requirements should change or stay the same? I don't know how you would answer that question because it's so poorly worded. Do you believe or not believe that I believe that there is no answer to this that would make very much sense. So this was just flat out confusing as far as question bias goes. And may lead to an answer that you don't really expect to give. And these are some of the problems that we have with the answers to surveys and the sampling of surveys.